See if I can make this work. And we shall see. Alrighty. All right, we're gonna go with it. I'm gonna put it a comment. Let me know if you see me. All right, maybe not, but it's okay. I will figure it out eventually. So welcome to the Wednesday weekly lives inside of Chica's Coaching Club. And so I'm still trying to figure out the time to see where I can have the most participation. And so initially I started at noon. Now I'm trying to a little later. Next week I might go a little earlier. We'll see. But inside of Chica's Coaching Club, I come on for 15 minutes each Wednesday and give you a little bit of information around a money topic or a personal finances topic. And so this week, because so many of you have been telling me, I want to do more saving and investing, I want to do more retirement planning. And so last week I did a little bit on different savings options, not really investing yet. But I thought, I know that many of you guys are already investing. So instead of delving too deeply into different investment products that you can be in, I thought I should probably distinguish the different credentialed professionals that could be assisting you with your saving and investing and your retirement planning, because these things aren't taught in school, and yet they are critical life skills that we need to know. And a lot of people like the DIY, so the do-it-yourself method of doing their personal finances, to include saving and investing and retirement planning. And I'm a huge DIYer in all kinds of things. If you know me, I'm doing projects at the house. I like to paint. I like to do things on my own, or for myself, to save a little money. However, there are times that I'm going to need something repaired in my house that I absolutely cannot do myself, because I'm not a professional. I'm not credentialed, right? I'm not certified in that area. For example, don't touch electricity. I don't touch electricity. I'll paint. I've done some wood stairs. I've done some tile work. But there are certain things like you just need a credentialed pro. You need an electrician that's gone to school and knows not how to kill themselves messing with electricity, right? And so same goes with your money. So as much as I'm a DIYer, I believe in it. I know that there are times that you're going to want a professional to just check over your plan and make sure that there's nothing kind of missing that you haven't thought of, right? Because we don't know what we don't know. And so with our money, it can cost us a lot of money if we don't know what we don't know. And so there's where I want to start. I want to talk about the different financial professionals that can assist you, even if it's, not every single month. You can hire people to help you out in that way, manage your investment accounts and things monthly. But if you're a DIYer and you just want somebody to check over your work once in a while, either way, you're still going to want to know the different financial pros. When you're ready to take your personal finances to that next level, and you actually need that financial professional. So I have here my flip chart. You're going to see this pretty often. I hope that you can see it pretty good. But I will fine tune as I go along, and I get better at these, as I do see a little bit of glare. So, but anyway, financial pros. And I wanted to specifically focus on two types because there are so many, and we only have 15 minutes together, right? And so certified financial planners is one, and the accredited financial counselor is the other I wanted to kind of discuss a little bit. So let's go with the certified financial planner. And so we call those CFPs for short. You might even know a CFP. A lot of us have CFPs in our families. We've worked with CFPs, maybe we've hired them before. And so what we want to know about these types of professionals is, like, what exactly does it take to become one? What are the requirements? What are they able to do once they achieve those credentials? How can they help you? And so I'm going to hope to answer all those questions in the next 4 minutes or so. All right, so with the CFP designation or credential, and you see I added the R because those are registered trademarks that not just anybody can smack it on their name tag and say they're a CFP or an AFC without having gone through some rigorous requirements first. So with the CFP, first of all, they have to pass an exam. And it's a beast of an exam. It is a rigorous exam, 6 hours, 6 hours. And let me move over this way. And 170 questions. So I have a lot of respect for CFPs. They learn everything from stocks, bonds, taxes, money management, investing strategies, retirement planning, financial planning, goal planning. Let's see, am I missing something? But everything, like taxes, all of these things, they get training on, and they have to pass this rigorous beast of an exam, 6 hour long exam, 170 questions. A lot of them are scenario based. So they really need to know their stuff, not just in theory, like book smart, but they need to know how to actually apply this in real life. And so that's one thing that a CFP has to have to help you out when you hire them. And the other thing is, and just a side note, in 2017, the pass rate was about 64% for CFP exams, first go round testing. Okay, and so the other thing they have to have is qualifying. I'm going to just do W for work and E for experience. Qualifying work experience. And that just means that they need to put into practice what they are getting credentialed for. And they have to provide proof of that to the credentialing agency. Also, they need to abide by a strict code of ethics. And they have to have at least a bachelor's degree. I'm not going to spell it all out, so I'm just going to say batch. But you know what I mean. That's a bachelor's degree. And they also have to have, I'm going to add it over here so I don't take over this spot, but they also have to continue to learn every year. So they have continuing education units requirements, which is about 30, I believe it's 30 hours for every 2 years. And that way they can remain polished and up to date with all of the new laws, because laws and things change, right? Like the 401k rules are changing now. And so they want to stay up and abreast. And so that's what CFPs do. And they can practice on their own. They can have their own business. They can work inside of a company like a financial institution. And so you can find CFPs in a directory. And that's what I would advise you to do, is to, if you're interested in these kind of professionals, you can check to see if they're current and all that. And they're really, really a CFP by going to CFP.net. CFP.net. Now, since they've gone through all this training, right? These people are not cheap to hire. And that's fine. That's okay. And so we just want you to know that also these professionals, they also can sell different products and services that they may earn a commission from. And so that's another very important thing to know, because if, for example, you go to a CFP and they are working in an institution where they are selling products and services, like different investment accounts and such, and you are interested in a certain kind of investment. They might have ABC investments at their company, but they might not have D, E, and F. So, however, D, E, and F might have the same kind of solutions, but better solutions, maybe even lower cost solutions that still fit your needs. However, since they're not selling, D, E, and F, they're only selling A, B, and C products over here at their company, then they're not really going to bring up the fact that D, E, and F are really great options and maybe are more affordable and maybe more aligned with your needs. So that's the only thing to be aware of, is that that distinction. Okay, and so let's go ahead and look at what an AFC is. So an accredited, certified financial planner, accredited financial counselor, and that's the credential that I have. And so we also have an exam, and our exam is not 6 hours, it's 3 hours. Still, it was a big test, right? So I'm not downplaying that 3 hours, but as compared to the CFP, you can see our test is not as long. It's not going to be as intense. And also, we also have the qualifying work experience, which we call them practicum hours. Practicum hours. And so for the practicum hours, we must have between 400 and 1,000 hours of practicing what we've learned in our coursework. And our coursework comprises of personal financial counseling and also personal finances, and then counseling methods. So we have like 2 separate courses, and we are tested on all of it together. But on top of that, we have to have 400 to 1,000 hours of practicing what we've learned in the classroom out in the community so that we can become credentialed, right? So we need to prove that we know our stuff in the real world, similar to how the CFP, their test is real world stuff. We actually just go out into the community and work and acquire 400 to 1,000 hours. So that can take over a year to get this credential here. And so also we have continuing education, a code of ethics, and it's very strict, and that's what makes the professionals, because we have these built-in requirements for how we practice, how we treat people. And then the other thing that we also have is continuing education units. Like the CFPs, we also have 30 hours of continuation CEUs that we need every 2 years. So it equals about 15 hours a year. So we can also stay current with all of our knowledge. Oh, that's my 15-minute timer. So I wanted to wrap it up with AFCs like myself. And also, if you want to check to make sure your AFC that you're considering hiring is up to date, you go to, let's see, afcpe.org. Okay, and that's where you can verify that your AFC that you're considering hiring is up to date, credentialed, in good standing, and all that good stuff. Now, the one thing that's going to distinguish us from other type of credential professionals is AFCs, we don't sell any investment products or services. So it is a good place to be as a professional for me, because I do get to tell you all of the options you have available. Remember when I was talking about if a professional only sells certain products, they're only going to bring up the products that they sell, right? And in my case, since I don't sell any products or services, I can tell you about all the options you have here at ABC and DEF, and that way you can make your best educated decision as to which products and services are going to fit your needs the best. And I help you to do that too. So it's a very unbiased position to be in as a financial professional, and that's what I love about my credential. And so there you have it. There's about 15 minutes of some money coaching today. You learned about 2 different credential professionals, and I hope that you come back next Wednesday and join me inside the Chica's Coaching Club. I am giving the opportunity, if you'd like to upgrade to VIP access, to click the link so that you can hang out with me for an additional 15 minutes where I get to answer your personalized questions in a small group setting for another 15 minutes after the main Facebook and YouTube live is over. So I hope to see you there in the VIP access where we can delve a little deeper into what's important to you. So for now, thank you for joining me, and we will see you next week. And if you want to share, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, if you are getting value from this, maybe your friends and family will also get a lot of value out of it. So consider doing that as well. And I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.